independence may or may not mean like you might have achieved some amount of independence already, but then how to take it to the next level or something like that. Okay. And many concepts are very like what do you call like many concepts apply to you differently because we are in different socioeconomic group and our lifestyles vary in general. Okay, but then I have made this figures for somebody who is earning uh, below less than 1 lakh, and then whose household expenses will be around 50,000 or something like that. Okay, so people who are high net worth, these principles may not apply because for them, it will be a different max. So in today's agenda, we will go through how to secure basic necessities in life financially, and then how to balance spiritual and material life, and the investment avenues available like in total, and how to invest to build a corpus so that you can be free financially. Okay, so before I delve into this thing, like I just like can you see my deck now?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can see the screen, and
okay.
there is a request that you may speak little louder.
Louder, okay. My mic may be off.
Okay, so we are able to
better.
We are able to see the screen. Yes.
Okay. Is my sound better? You're audible.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Stop me, bro. Whenever my sound goes low. Okay. I'll adjust.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So we are mainly going to see. Mainly going to discuss around these 4 topics. So let's see about securing basic necessities. Okay. Every time an uncertainty occurs, like we have the recent uncertainty with COVID. We never expected that such a pandemic will come in and affect us in large scale. Even when things were happening elsewhere, we were having our normal day-to-day life, ritualistic way. So there are things in life which can come like uninvited. Uncertainties definitely are a major shock, and especially financially to recover from it will take long time. For some, maybe in some cases, like we will never be able to fully recover from it. A major financial upset in life. So, with that aim in our mind, I have put this slide together. Okay, so when we go to this discussion detail, actually I like to uh, mm, quote an analogy from Bhagavad Gita. Like in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna was saying, the Supreme Personality of God was saying that if you focus on me and if you concentrate in worshiping me, full devotion, then he will preserve what we have and he will carry what we lack. Okay, so may Lord give us the intelligence to preserve what we have. Okay, Lord will help us in. So with that's what I mean by securing basic necessities. Okay, the first and foremost thing that we should have is we should have a term insurance for sure. Okay, before we start thinking about accumulating corpus or we start having any savings per se, we should have term insurance, and this should be plain vanilla term insurance with just life cover and maybe riders like accident cover, terminal illness. This should not be subscribed in endowment mode or cashback mode, because that defeats the purpose. Okay, so normal term insurance, I don't know whether everybody is uh, aware of the, the the word term insurance. Term insurance actually means that if something critically happens to me, say God forbid, if something happens to me and I am no more, then my family gets this sum assured, whatever sum assured I have uh, taken the policy for. Okay, so and if I survive, if I'm hale and healthy throughout the policy period, I don't get anything in return. Okay, so that's what term insurance means. Now, when you come to term insurance, uh, for a crore coverage, I mean, it's an estimated I have put, it can cost around 10,000 rupees per year. Okay, so this can go lower if your age is lower, like say less than 30 years. If lower the age, the premium goes lower. Higher the age, the premium goes higher. Okay, so in this, I think there are many online policies as well, which is very easy to take. Like you don't have to go through very rigorous, I mean, process of checkup and all those things. So you can see. I mean, if you search in internet, you can actually see that you have various insurance providers who provide this term insurance at a very nominal cost. So this will, I mean, insulate you from any conditions, like even when accidents happens and you're permanently disabled and your I mean, ability to earn will get seriously impaired. Even in that case, this policy will be securing you. Okay, so uh, take a term insurance and also also take riders for accidental. Uh, Hello, yeah, is it better? Accidental coverage. I mean, and terminal illness. Okay. Okay. Next one. Once you have covered yourself for term insurance, next one in consideration would be health insurance. Okay. So in health insurance, normally what we mean is that um, in India, basically in India, we are covered only if we are admitted in hospital for more than a day. Okay. I mean, outpatient visits are generally not covered. So, and if we have some illness which requires like surgery or anything, those also should be in the scope of health insurance. But normally, the employer, if you're employed with a decent employer, they will have a group policy where employees at various bands or levels are covered with varying sum assured and benefits. Okay, so so if you're with a good employer and if you have good coverage, then you can actually depend on employer's health insurance. Else, if you don't have an employer provided health insurance policy, you should consider taking it from outside on your own. And normally, when you go for a health insurance policy, we get something called family floater coverage, like where your spouse and your two children are covered, and the whole family sum assured becomes something around 4 lakhs. I mean, there are different coverages, but then normally this is what the the normal employer provides. Uh, I mean, benefits are. Okay. So this will give sufficient coverage. Suppose you have a history of mm, uh, some serious illness or something like that, you can consider having more. I can add up to your coverage. Like you can take, instead of 4 lakhs coverage, you can go for 6 lakhs or 8 lakhs coverage. Okay. Uh, so that's about health insurance, but never go overboard and take cover for anything and everything. Okay, because uh, premium also increases to the tune of coverage that you subscribe to. Okay. So now a normal family floater coverage with the 4 lakhs sum assured can cost you around 5,000 per year. Okay, so anything more than that will increase your premium, and it will, I mean, it'll defeat the purpose. Like we are finding a right balance between our right amount of cover and the cost savings. Okay. And the next thing, which is very what do you call, very much rare and which is not very much in prominence, and it will be it is like something which we have seen nowadays. A lot of natural calamities happening and things which are man-made, riots and burglary, arson. These things are happening in and around our city. So, if you're owning a home, suppose uh, you own a home, you're living in it, then these things can negatively affect your asset. And home is something which cost a lot to build and is a very valuable asset. So you should consider taking in home insurance for a structure and content in the home. Um, and it is actually very it's not a very costly coverage. It can cost you around 4,000 for 5 years. So it will come around 750 or I mean so 800 or 900 rupees per year for a home costing 50 lakhs. If it increases, the premium also increases. So you can consider taking home insurance. And the fourth and the foremost thing that you should consider will be the emergency fund. So right now, in this situation, many people um, are working from home, but then a lot more people are jobless. Okay, because those who are working in unorganized sector or those who are in airline industry, they're having this fear of getting laid off, and we can no longer depend on our salary alone to continue our material life. So there should be a corpus which is completely liquid, that should be kept in some form in a bank account, or I mean surely in a bank account, but then should be immediately available for consumption. In that way, you can actually insulate yourself from any of these kind of uncertainties that will hit you, uh, and you should be able to maintain a fund uh, with which you'll be able to carry out for 6 months to 1 year. Okay, so say you lose a job and you have to function till you get another job. So this should be your boat to cross that difficult situation. Okay, many of us live paycheck to paycheck. So if the next month's salary doesn't arrive, then we are actually I mean, sitting and thinking, what can we do? Like, it's the next thing will be taking loan and complicating ourselves. So we are advising to take, I mean, to maintain an emergency fund with which we can sail smoothly. Okay, and the simplest way you can maintain an emergency fund would be contributing monthly into an RD account or something. And there is a more complicated way of doing it by securing it against some of the asset you have, generally equity. Again, I may losing you. Is my sound so low, Kamal? Hello. Ananda Baldev, can you interrupt and help me whether you can hear me? Some of them are telling me that I is not able to hear.
It is audible, Prabhu, and I will suggest the person who is not able to hear. But for others, it is audible.
Okay. Okay. No problem, right? Fine. Yeah. So I'll continue. So, the other way I said emergency fund is like securing it against a liquid asset, which you have, possibly equities. You can take a loan against equity or security, and that will be like kind of an overdraft account. So that way, you have the money availability whenever you need. Alongside, you'll be you'll be invested in the market as well. Okay. So I'll detail it about in the further slides. Okay. So this is what I have aimed to cover in this slide. I think you can interrupt me and stop questions if you have issues in any of this concepts that we have discussed. Prabhu, you can consider opening up for questions.
So if anyone has a question, they can raise the hand, and I will unmute you and you can speak. Okay. So,
Yeah, if you're good, I can go ahead.
okay. So there is one question. So Maruti from Pune has a question, and I will unmute. You can speak, Maruti.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Nice to hear you. Prabhu, can you speak a bit louder?
Yeah, in the emergency fund you have mentioned RD and LIS. What does mean LIS?
I'm sorry, emergency fund. I'm not able to hear you completely, but I got something about emergency fund.
Okay. So his question, his audio is little distracted, but he
Yeah,
is.
Prabhu, you repeat.
And what is the his question is that if you can share some good term insurance plan names, because in market there are a lot of term insurance, but nobody suggested which one is good. So if you can share some good names.
Okay, one name I have, which is from HDFC Standard Life. You can search for HDFC Standard Life. Okay, for term insurance. And for health insurance, we have something called Apollo Munich. Okay, and home insurance, I'm not very sure which is the best player, but then I have seen HDFC Ergo and emergency fund. Anyway, that will be depends on what do you do in the recurring way.
Okay, Prabhu, there is another question from Mithil Jain. He's
Okay,
asking
please.
what kind of equity we can invest in, large, small, or mid.
Okay, I think I'll come to it later, so I'll park that question now. Thank you, Nit. Okay, I'm coming to that in further slides, so they'll be covered there. Okay.
Okay, so we can go ahead. That means
Yeah.
question
Go ahead.
we can take at the last. We have enough
Okay.
time at the last.
Yeah. So thank you. Hope we are clear with whatever we started. Yeah, and this slide is meant because our session is actually to balance the spiritual and material life. I mean, this session was never meant to make you rich. I mean, rich to a point whether you are only looking or running after money. Okay, so to keep that in mind, like our primary focus is always Krishna, and we are taking money, or we are earning money only as a secondary, only as a means to the end. The end is always Krishna. Okay, so with that in mind, and with Krishna conscious lifestyle, we'll if we keep our life simple, that means no extravagant purchases or no impressing neighbors. If we live a life devoted to the Lord and serving devotees, so in other words, we call it plainly simple living, high thinking. Okay? So this way we actually what do you call we remove a lot of waste from the system. I think most of you are working in the industry, you would have heard about lean methodology, eliminating waste from the system and improving productivity. So basically, our what do you call our certain habits which are which are actually wasting money. Those things get eliminated when you actually get aligned to the Krishna conscious way. So that way you can actually plug some drain holes which erodes your money. Okay. So, and the other way that we can think of is that once you have less and less worry about earning money, you can get more and more time in devotional service. Okay. So many people work from morning 9 to night 9, and by the time they reach home, their only aim will be to eat dinner and sleep. Okay. So where is the time for doing devotional service on a daily basis? The only time that we get is our Sunday program during the weekend. That is like once in a while. I mean, during every Sunday we get to meet people, and but then that doesn't add up in our daily life. Okay, because our schedule is so tight packed. So once we have uh, once you have little stress-free job life, then you can actually get free by 5 o'clock in the evening, do your evening program well, and you can get up uh, early and do your morning program well. Now, the major challenge, even when I was working, I had this issue of working late, then again getting up for the morning program, then again going to office, and again working late, and again. So this actually fry you up over a long time. So you either have to leave Krishna or you have to leave the job. You can't uh, pursue both or a long period of time. But then if you have freed up time, then you can actually manage both, and you don't feel that stress of external life. Okay. And the other thing that we have to inculcate in ourselves would be to satisfied with whatever we earn without great difficulty, because we can certainly become rich and we can um, earn a lot of money if you put real effort into it. But as we know from, I think you all are having attending classes, Srimad Bhagavatam classes, and you know the primary aim is not to work like an ass or a camel. Okay. So what we require is, like, we have to conduct our life without any discomfort. We should have proper food, clothing, shelter, and we should have money for whatever necessities what we have. But then it is not our aim to come top in the Forbes list or something like that. Okay. So if we are contented with whatever we have, then there is no issue with mismanaging finance or over endeavoring for things. Okay. And one thing, like that is like is even in even with my colleagues and all, I find is that, okay, even though they are not spiritually oriented, they still have a lot of uh, I mean, there are a lot of stress in their family life. Say a man working from morning to evening along with this, I mean, and his wife is also in the industry, so they find it really tough to manage. Like, kids has to be sent to some play school, and they really extend the kid up till 6:30 or 7, whatever time the play school permits. So basically, the kids need attention and love from parents, but then the parents are behind. I mean, they're behind earning money that they can't take care of the child for this period, and they have to. I mean, it's in a difficult position. So so emotionally, we are not able to support our family in that way, and financially also it becomes stressed because the needs. Okay, the needs gets more and more. Okay. Okay, and some of you're thinking of early retirement. You can actually escape from the corporate rat race early based on whatever age you set. If you plan nicely, and if you invest in a disciplined way, you can actually aim for an early retirement. Okay, that's what about spiritual and material life. These are concepts which has to be inculcated in our daily life, and then we can dwell more into it. Okay, so I am moving on to various asset classes for investment avenues. This is what you would be looking for mainly in this session. I mean, that's what I was told. So In this session, we'll discuss about various avenues in which we can invest money, or you're already investing money in all these categories. Maybe these are the prominent categories, okay, maybe more. Okay? And I have included here gold, fixed deposits, real estate, and equity markets. Okay, so now traditionally gold has been valued because that is something which has a real value. Okay, so even when gifts were given, I mean, instead of anything else, gold was given as a gift to say in marriage or in any auspicious ceremonies. Gold was given. So nowadays, like there is a question whether we should invest in gold, I mean, other than this traditional inheritance from family. Yeah. Gold as an asset class is very stable. I mean, because people love the stability, because gold is, I mean, even if economy collapses, gold's value will remain. Okay, so that is why whenever stock markets collapse, the gold value increases. So it's a good hedge against